If your foundation is strong, then you can build anything on it. And if your foundation is weak, you cannot build anything. So I am here to make your foundation strong for the stock market. I am here to give you the pointers before entering the stock market, so that how you make money and not lose money in the stock market. And this video is only for beginners and not for experienced people. So if you are experienced in the stock market for a long period of time, then this video is not for you. But subscribe to the channel, as this video is only for the beginners. Hey friends, I am Deepak Kumar Krondia from Money Niveshak. I am a SEBI research analyst, and this video is only for educational purpose, and the stocks mentioned in this video are not for any type of recommendation. So stock market is a risky place, but it has some rewards too. Check Page Industries, Eicher Motors, Asian Paints, Marico. They have created wealth for the investors for the last 10 to 15 years. They have given phenomenal returns, and everyone wants to be a part of the stock market due to that. As stock market had rewarded investors with a huge sum of money and compounded their wealth. But only 5% of investors, Indian investors, invest in the stock market as on date, as compared to 12.7% in China and 55% in the US. Just imagine 5%. And if this percentage gets doubled from 5% to 10%, then you can see how much is the potential for the market in the long period of time. As India is actually a growth story for the next couple of years. And if you want to see the video why less than 5% of Indians invest in the stock market, do check my video in my YouTube channel. Now, what a beginner had to do. I'm giving you the step-by-step process for that. First, he has to open a Demat account as well as trading account with any of the broker like HDFC Securities, Zerodha, IIFL Securities, Sharekhan, and he has to open both the trading and the Demat account. So the shares whichever is hold goes into a Demat account in NDSL and CDSL. NDSL is routed through NSE exchange and CDSL is routed through BSE exchange. And for the trading platform is taken because you have to buy and sell shares on that trading platform, and your shares are dematerialized or in a demat form in this depository participants, that is NDSL and CDSL, where the shares are held. So if you buy any shares, the shares are deposited in these participants, and if you sell those shares, then shares are deducted from these participants. So what is a Demat account? A Demat account provides the facility of holding shares and securities in an electronic form. It means no physical shares you will get or you have to give when you sell those shares. They will be in an electronic form in a Demat account. So Demat account hold the government bonds, shares, mutual funds at one place, and trading account is open so that you can buy and sell on those trading plans. Now, once you have done the opening of Demat account and trading account, what is the next step? Your next step is to invest in the company. But how much to invest? You can invest with 500 rupees, 1000 rupees, 2000 rupees, or 5000 rupees, or an amount of rupees. There is no limit in the upper end. So first you have to set the budget. Like you have to, I told me in my earlier video that you have to at least invest 20% of your savings, whether you are in a job or business, and invest that amount in the stock market. So many of us remember that income minus expense is equal to savings. So whatever income you earn and whatever expense you have to do, and whatever is left, that only you put in the stock market or you keep it as savings. But I would like to tweak it in different mode. Income minus expense is equal to savings. I would tweak into income minus savings is equal to expense. So first you have an income, and then first you save, and then you put all whatever is left that you give into the expense account. So first save and then expend, rather than first put into expense and then save. Next is you have to have a goal in life, that you have an investment goal for 10 years, 15 years. Like you have to marry your daughter, you have to buy a house, you have to go on an international trip, many other goals like that. So whatever goal you have, you invest for that goal. That a milestone goal is there, and then you have to create a portfolio to attain that goal. Portfolio of shares, mutual funds, FDs, whatever you have to put into that portfolio, you have to work towards that goal. It's rightly said, don't put all your eggs in one basket. So your portfolio does not consist of only shares or only mutual funds or only gold or only bonds. It should be a diversification of your portfolio. That shares, mutual funds, gold, ETF, whatever portfolio you want to make, you should make a diversification of your portfolio. Let's say your age is 25. I would recommend to follow this approach if you want to create a portfolio of your basket. So 100 minus 25 is equal to 75. So 25 is your age, 100 minus 25 is 75. 75 means 75% of your amount should be invested in shares, and the rest 25% amount should be invested in liquid funds or gold or bonds, whatever it is. And once you attain 50 years of age, so simply 100 minus 50 is equal to 50. 50% of your shares should be invested in shares and the rest in liquid bonds, gold and mutual funds. Now for investing in stocks, as a beginner, you don't know anything. So it's better to invest in mutual funds, which is an indirect route for investing in the stock market, as you don't have time and knowledge for that. As a beginner, you want to enter the stock market and you want to learn things. I highly recommend that you act as a learner and can take out time for the investing. You should start reading books on investment. You should start learning about the companies. You should start learning how the company grows and how they can compound over a period of time. You should start reading books on investment. I've already made the video how to make 10 crore rupees from 1 lakh today. You should check out that video in my YouTube channel. First thing, I would like to tell you that don't think that you can become rich overnight. It's not a quick rich market. Yes, you can become rich. For that, you have to study the company, enter at right time, at right price. You have to review the company, make a portfolio, and then you can become rich. Now coming back to searching for a good company, look for large cap companies that can compound your wealth over a period of time, so that you get a hang of investing in the stock market. And once you get the hang of investing in large caps, then eventually move on to mid cap and small cap companies. As mid cap and small companies are a bit risky than the large cap companies, but mid cap and small cap companies provide much future growth than the large cap companies, because they have the potential to grow at compounded rate, because large cap companies have already been saturated. But I must tell you that you first invest in the large cap companies before investing in mid cap and small cap companies, because if mid cap and small cap companies falter and if the stock price comes down, then your motivation will lose. As large cap companies, the stock price doesn't fall much as compared to mid cap and small cap companies, unless any depressions come. Now I tell you different types of capitalization companies, like what are large cap companies, what are mid cap companies, and what are small cap companies. Large cap companies are those companies which have a market cap of greater than 20,000 crore rupees. Mid cap companies are those companies which have market cap between 5,000 crores and 20,000 crores. And small cap companies are those companies which have market cap of less than 5,000 crore companies. There is another breed of stocks, that is penny stocks, which is around 2 rupees, 1 rupees or 3 rupees stocks. Don't ever invest in those penny stocks, as these are disaster companies. In no time your money will become zero. So I would recommend everyone to abstain from investing in penny stocks. Now I will show you how to search for large cap, mid cap and small cap companies on Skinner.in. So let's get into the Skinner.in website. Let's go to Marico. So you can see the market cap for Marico is around 66,500 crores. And if we go down, we see the peers. You can see the market cap of various companies. Dabur India holds a market cap around 1 lakh crore. Godrej Consumer holds a market cap around 90,000 crores. Marico holds a market cap around 63,500 crores. And Emami also holds a market cap of around 24,000 crores. So Dabur India, Godrej Consumer, Marico and Emami holds a market cap of greater than 20,000 crores. So these falls into the large cap companies. Now you can see Jyoti Labs. Jyoti Labs market cap is between 5,000 to 20,000 crores. So this is a mid cap company. And Bajaj Consumer and Kaya market cap is less than 5,000 crores. So this is a small cap company. So how is market cap of the company calculated? The formula for market cap is price of the share as on today into number of shares. So price of the share of company is 100 rupees, and the company has issued number of shares, say 15. So the market of cap of the company is 15 into 100 is 1500 crore is the market cap of the company. And how is the number of shares are calculated? Number of shares are calculated from the equity share of the capital of the company. So whatever is the equity share of capital of the company, divide by its face value, get the number of shares. And the price of the share is whatever price is traded in the stock exchange on date is the price of the share. So the price of the share into number of shares is the market cap of the company. You can calculate it very easily if you go to Moneycontrol or Screener.in. So never buy any stock before doing any due diligence. You have to first research and then invest. Go on the company's website and see what the company is doing. See what the management is saying. Try to read the annual report of the company for at least 5 years. See the presentations of the company. See what the management has said in the past. Has it delivered over a period of time, or is just saying in the air? So you have to look that in the annual report, in the interviews. You should also attend the con calls of the company, which is the company does on a quarterly basis. Attend the annual general meetings of the company. This all you get the data on the BSE and NSE website. Just go to the bseindia.com or nseindia.com and type in the company's name, and you get all the data. What is the company is doing, their corporate announcements, the financials, the shareholding pattern. So all the data you will get about the company in these two websites. You can also go to the company's brokerage report about the companies, about the future plans, what the company has delivered in the past, and what is the future potential of the company. All you can search from the brokerage report. First read about the company and then do the fundamental analysis. You can check the balance sheet, profit loss, and the cash flow statement. Fundamentals is secondary. First you have to see whether the company's products are being demanded in the market in the future or not. Whether the company has a future potential or not. Is the management visionary or not? Is the management transparent or not? So first look about the companies and its leadership team. What they have done, what they are doing now, and can they deliver in the future or not? And then look for the fundamentals. Now you ask me, there are so many companies in the stock market. It's around 5,000 to 6,000 companies in the stock market. How would you select one? For a beginner, I would advise first stick to large cap companies or large cap blue chip companies. Take the example of Marico. Start reading its annual report. Read at least 5 years annual report of Marico. See what the management had done. See how the financials have stepped up. So you can get a sense of how the company is shaping up. And if you are a finance guy, you will read this financial statement well. But if you're a non-finance guy, you can still learn the basics. Try to take an overall view of the financial statements, what the company is doing. You must have learned something of basics in your commerce stream in your 11th or 12th. My mentor rightly said, formal education will give you a living, but self-education will give you a fortune. So to create a fortune, you have to upgrade your skill. You have to be a continuous learner throughout your life. Do not be ever cheap to the way to the greatness. Now a beginner can ask a question, how much returns can be expected from the stock market? There is no fixed criteria as it's uncertain. That's why diversification is said that you have to create a portfolio of stocks, mutual funds, bonds, and the liquid funds. And in the stocks also, you should not have more than 10 to 12 stocks. If 2 stocks fail, the rest 8 to 10 stocks can give you good returns that can offset your losses in the 2 stocks which you suffered losses. And research first and then invest in good companies. And see what the companies have delivered in the stock prices in the last 10 to 15 years. And invest in those good companies, you will get at least 15 to 20% in the next 10 years, which is more than double the FD rate. Lastly is review and rebalance the portfolio. If you see any structural change in the company which you invested, that sales have faltered not on a quarterly basis, you must see on an annual basis. And if any management leadership is changing, company is diving into unrelated business, scam or fraud you think is visible in the company, so you should exit the stock and take another stock for that same amount. So you must review and rebalance the portfolio on a semi-annually or annually basis. Now people think market is risky. Yes, it's risky for the people who gamble and speculate. It's not at all risky for the people who research and then invest in the market, and that to hold the stocks for a long period of time. You first tell me, you invest in a property. Do you buy and sell the property on a daily basis? No. So why you are buying and selling the company on a daily basis? So treat your stock company which you search the same as a property. Hold the company for a long period of time, review it, and rebalance it when there is a structural change in the company. So it's all about the mindset if you want to attain wealth in the stock market for a long period of time. First, clear your mindset, then search for a growth company, and then look for the fundamentals. Now, in the conclusion, I would say, as a beginner, first open the Demat account, set your goal, keep a budget of 20% of your earnings, and invest in the market. Compound your wealth after researching and then investing in the blue chip stocks. Make a portfolio of stocks, mutual funds, bonds, gold, and then review the portfolio on a semi-annually or annually basis. Lastly, what matters is the mindset before this ground process. If your mindset is for long term, just enter the stock market without any hesitation. It's not for beginners who want to get quick money in the short period of time. If you like my video, then subscribe to the channel for more investing videos. Subscribe to my WhatsApp group and Telegram group given in the link below, and you will meet like-minded investors. You can share ideas with them and interact with them. Happy investing.